Welcome back. Now in case of simple moving average, we saw that the recent prices receive the same weight as past prices. This implies that the latest price changes, which actually reflect the latest information, is not reflected fast enough in the moving average. By assigning the same weight to the latest price and past price, effectively one is giving the same weight to past information and the latest information. But as you can understand, the latest information should be assigned more weight because it may provide a more accurate picture of supply and demand. In order to overcome this shortcoming of simple moving average, other types of moving averages give more weight to the more recent information and progressively lower weight to older information. This ensures that in case of weighted moving averages and exponential moving averages, the averages reverse direction more fast as compared to the simple moving average. Let's look at how weighted moving average achieves this. We will see how we can calculate the 5-day weighted moving average, as it would be easier to understand concepts if we are using numbers. In case of a 5-day moving average, we have 5 price data points. The fifth data point is the latest price, and the first data point is the oldest price among these 5 data points. We have also shown the price values associated with these data points. The first step in determining the weighted moving average is to determine the sum n. For example, in this case, the sum of n is the sum of numbers from 1 to 5. This is what is represented by sum n. In this case, the sum is 15. So you add 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to get the sum, which is 15. The next step is to calculate the weighted moving average by using the formula here. What you need to do now is to multiply the most recent price by n, which is the number of periods. So for a 5-day weighted moving average, this n is 5, and hence we will multiply the latest price, which is 9 here, by 5 and divide this multiple by the sum of n, which is 15 here. So effectively the latest price of 5 has a weight of 5 divided by 15, which is essentially n by sum of n. Then you take the closing price of the second last period, which is 12 here, and multiply it to n minus 1, which is 4, and again you divide this by sum of n, which is 15. So here you see that the second last data point has a weight of n minus 1 divided by sum of n, which is 4 divided by 15 in this case. Now you calculate all these fractions and sum them up to arrive at the weighted moving average. As you see in the last column, here the latest price receives the highest weight, and the weight proportionately reduces as you go to the older data. Thereby the oldest price receives the lowest weight. So this is how a weighted moving average is calculated. In the next video, we are going to look at exponential moving average.